Hey, listen to Commander Cookout Podcast, episode 494. I'm Brando. I'm here with Ryan and Deborah, both become official members of Avalanche. Now hit our theme song!
No, I'll just cut this part out.
I'll cut it out.
Yeah, Uncle Brando's an editor, so am I. It's like we've done fucking...
494 episodes of this bullshit.
Well, you have. I've done about 6.
You know how
Thanks, Editor Joe.
You know how we start them now? Hey, Ryan. We're back for yet another whirlwind adventure. How you doing?
Good. What is going down?
Whole ton is going down. We're on our last Commander Cookout Final Fantasy Commander deck review, if you're wondering. But Brando and Ryan, what happened to Final Fantasy X? Pre-show yesterday. Check it out. We went over all the good cards. We talked about the counter deck and all the bullshit. Check that out.
Yeah, not our favorite decks. Not ours favorite deck. So we spent a little bit less time on it. Uncle Brando skipped some stuff. And I didn't want to skip any stuff because I know everything about Final Fantasy. And he has to mostly look stuff up on Wikipedia to know what he's talking about. But we're doing the Naya deck today. Final Fantasy VII, baby.
Yeah, we're not going to skip any of the Final Fantasy VII stuff. But before we get to any of that shit, we have to thank our official business daddies, FusionGamingOnline.com. They are your source for all your gaming needs, where you can pick up your cloud stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Tifa stuff.
Okay, sure.
Sephiroth stuff.
I totally know what that means.
Dice, playmats, board games. Anything you need to play, collectible card games, board games, anything nerd. They got it all there for you, where you can save 5% off of all of it by using the best promo code on the fucking internet, CCO Nation. Best promo code and best community.
Yeah.
Save 5% of all that shit you're going to buy anyway.
Here's the thing.
Probably.
Yeah, here's the thing. A couple weeks ago, we talked about my big purchase, and I had saved up credit, like store credit, for a long time, because you can trade cards in and get store credit, use store credit with discount still.
Mm-hmm.
And I saved like $37 on a foil Phyrexian altar.
There you go.
So that was a major chunk of credit that I was trading cards in and send them in the mail, like, you know, kind of the prestige.
Mm-hmm.
And I got me a $37 discount on a Phyrexian altar foil from Invasion. I'm still talking about it because that was that's like a bucket list card for me.
It's a big deal. It's a big deal. And that's very cool. You know what I wish I could have saved 5% on? The Final Fantasy Collector's Edition booster box that we're going to open all together in the CCO house in Vegas. And I just realized yesterday at EDH&M how long I'm going to hold on to that sealed booster box. Our LGS owner was like, holy shit, Brandon, we're going to have to do a daily fucking wellness check on you to make sure that you haven't cracked the box.
Yeah.
And it's true. Whew, it's like 2 weeks in order to hang on to that thing before we can open it. So first thing when we all get to the house on that Thursday, we're going to crack that goddamn box. It's going to be good.
It's only 2 weeks away. I am so pumped. Okay, here's the thing. Big thanks to the patrons who are part of the CCO experience.
It wouldn't be here without them. It's a thing.
It very much is. Patreon.com/CCO podcast. We actually have a new patron to thank. Good thing we brought it up, because I have to look it up on my phone because I don't have the regular CCO computey.
Yeah, we got the Dufferin Avenue Media Network laptop, through which we run our tri-weekly Twitch streams. Twitch.tv/DufferinAvMedia. Gary and I and guests are playing Final Fantasy VI currently. Gary and I on Tuesdays are playing Super Chinaland, and on Monday, Brooksy and Gary are playing just random N64 games. So it's lots of fun if you want to check us out. It's a good time. We use this computer on the screen that you would see if you're watching on YouTube to do it.
Yeah, I almost crapped my pants when I did that.
That's
actually
hard.
Yeah, that's terrible. I've got the new patron here. Big thank you to, and they need their totally Patreon benefit nickname, Madison Montgomery. Do you remember that time when we were recording at the old studio, the
Mhm.
CCO control room, and we looked out the window and we saw a house fire?
Yep.
And it was in Montgomery, the neighborhood.
I do remember that.
Yeah, and it was like just paint cans and stains and oils that
Yeah.
spontaneously combusted because it was like 1,000 degrees.
It was too hot
It's
from
so
the sun.
freaking hot. They just met their flash point and combusted.
Yeah.
We're gonna pretend that was a dumpster fire, not a house fire,
Okay.
and we're gonna pretend that was our new patron, Madison.
You know what I was gonna say? Montgomery sounds a lot like Mount Come On Me,
Oh my god!
and
I was
no, there's no kink shaming in the nation.
no, certainly
but
not.
here we are.
I was gonna call the Madison dumpster fire.
I was gonna call him Madison Come On Me.
If you're in the Discord and you want to change your name, feel free to use either or both.
Yes.
Or, as we say in the nation, both.
Yes, very exciting.
Both.
Very good. But thank you for being here. We very much
Yeah.
appreciate it. All the support
Oh.
really does go a long way. So thank you.
2 weeks till Vegas.
Oh,
It's coming up.
dude, shit.
I got the t-shirts back. Remember last year I said t-shirts are ordered.
Yeah.
T-shirts are back.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, these look really good.
Yeah.
And I said, wait a second. Graphic on the t-shirt, every one of them?
Yeah.
Wrong. This is why this is a challenge for somebody to put together an event. This is why we appreciate the guests and the patrons, because every t-shirt I ordered was fucking wrong. So I took
Dang.
them all back and they have to redo them.
Did
So,
you just beat him with a rubber hose?
I put the t-shirts into a sack and swung them like a baseball bat.
Did you wet them first? They were really heavy.
Oh yeah, I should have put them in the freezer.
Yeah. When
Oh.
first you wet them, then you put them in the freezer.
Yeah,
I put a towel in the freezer now for my dog, and then when we get back from a walk when it's plus 30 degrees, I wrap her up in like an ice cold towel, and that like helps cool her down.
I got a great story about frozen stuff in the freezer for another day when we're not time crunched.
South Alaskan Pipeline.
Yeah, it's it's something to do with putting it in when it's
Yep.
frozen.
That's
yeah.
where you're taking it out and putting it back in. Yep.
Yeah. Can you Google that?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Let's talk about the first card on the thing. Final Fantasy VII, baby.
Let's
Is this
go.
the most iconic entry in the franchise, Gary? I think it is.
I don't know.
It's not the best, but I think it is. I think it is the one that's the most known. It's got the most franchising. It's got the most spin-offs. It's got the most everything. It's still having new...
The spin-offs, you mean Final Fantasy 8, 9, 10, 10, 2, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 86.
No, I mean like Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy Remake Part 2 and 3. 3 has yet to be released. Dirge of Cerberus, an additional spin-off. The mobile game that focused on the Turks. 2 different movies that were based around Final Fantasy VII. There was Before Crisis, and remember the hell the second one was called. This is the one. This is the one that brought Japanese RPGs into the main stage of popular culture. Not just video games, actual pop culture. There were trailers for this playing at theaters and on television. That's how big this game was.
Can I say something?
Yes.
Can I just say one thing about
Please
Final
do.
Fantasy 7?
Please do.
You're a fucking nerd
Yeah.
and a weeb.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of my crowning gaming achievements, I beat Final Fantasy VII. Gary's going to appreciate this. In one sitting,
Oh,
all 3 discs, front to back, with no memory card. So no saves, no bullshit.
where did you poop and pee?
I just paused the game and went to poop in the bathroom like a regular person.
Okay.
But then I would come back and I would keep playing. It took me 28 hours, but I did it.
Okay.
28-hour one gaming session. I did it.
I see your Final Fantasy 7, and I'll raise you. I was playing Tony Hawk 1 one time, and my brother fell down the stairs, and I had enough time to pause the game before I went and tended to him because he was like 2.
Fucking nerd.
Just throwing that out there. All right.
What's the face commander of this deck?
Cloud.
It's Cloud Strife. That's his name.
Cloud.
Cloud.
Ex-soldier is white, green, black. Oh, I should put the
white,
card on.
White, green, red.
White, green, red. 2. 4/4 human, soldier, mercenary, haste. When
Yeah.
Cloud enters, attach up to 1 target equipment you control to it. Also, when Cloud attacks, draw a card for each equipment attacking creature. For each equipped attacking creature you control.
There
Wow.
it is. Yeah.
Then, if Cloud has power 7 or greater, create 2 treasure.
Jesus. Hey,
So
he does everything.
He auto-equips something when he ETBs and has haste.
Yep.
So if I got like a Jeet or something,
Argentum armor.
that would do, pig.
Yep.
That'll do. Or a sword or whatever.
Yeah.
He's going to attack for 6 or 8 or whatever with haste.
Colossus hammer.
There we go, which is in this deck.
Yes.
And it costs 1, doesn't it?
Yeah. Like, oh, yeah, that's going to be out. Colossus hammer will be in play before Cloud is.
Is there double strike things in this deck?
I don't know. Honestly.
Well, there should be.
There probably
There should be, because that's a 1-hit kill because he has haste and auto-equip. But you only auto-equip 1. Anyways,
Yeah.
bare minimum, you auto-equip because you do.
You're going to be doing
He's got haste.
between 5 and 14 on your first attack.
You're going to draw a card. And if you have anybody else further to in the game,
Yep.
you're going to draw a second card or third card or whatever.
And it's in white and red. So a lot of those 4 Mirrodin cards, if you'll
Yes.
remember, lots of those were equipments that just auto-equip and they give you extra combats.
Yes.
And they do all sorts of neat stuff. All of that will probably be present here because you're going to beat wholesale ass with it.
And as if you were going to buy this Precon, and maybe like FU Alex does, you don't upgrade them and you just play them. But maybe you want to cut maybe the couple weakest cards and you do something like extra combat steps. So if you're attacking for 14, it's actually 28 and you insta-kill somebody. Or maybe you do Steel Shaper's Gift and the Armory one that lets you search, or Sigarda's Aid, which lets you put into play and equip.
Stoneforge Mystic?
Stoneforge Mystic, yeah, I forgot about that. Greatest card of all time in white. Probably wrecked Legacy and Modern for a good long time.
Yeah.
Great card in this deck, methinks.
Correct.
Yeah, so the reason we're spending time and talking about this deck is because we both think it's good.
Yeah, I think this is a real, and it's not just because it's Final Fantasy VII. I genuinely think that this is probably the best commander deck of the 4 by a very wide margin.
You know what's actually interesting is when we look back to the last set that was treated like Final Fantasy that's Lord of the Rings. And off the hop, people thought that the Mordor deck was the best.
Lots.
And that was like mega power, 8 mana. I got 25 power, and I just steamrolled my enemies. Yeah, bad guys.
Yeah.
But over the course of the last couple of years, since
Riders of Rohan,
the
baby.
Riders of Rohan, and that is the more consistent, higher impact, faster, more resilient, aggressive deck. And I think that's what the Cloud deck is when you compare it to the Bant deck from yesterday, the Esper deck from last week,
and the Mardu deck from the week
before. Yeah, I think that this is the higher power, more aggressive, and more resilient deck with better like interaction.
There will be more lips off faces and more dinks in dirt because of this deck than the other 3.
Oh yeah, Cloud is gonna take his sword, his Buster Sword, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, I was just testing you.
Well done.
And he's gonna. No, I was testing you.
Oh, well done, me.
Yes. And he's gonna turn it sideways like he's crushing a clove of garlic.
Yep.
And he's gonna plop that down on guys' dinks and just squish them into jelly like a bookmark. Like there's gonna be dinks oozing out the side.
Yep.
That's what's gonna happen.
Correct.
Okay, next card.
Backup commander. Everybody's favorite Final Fantasy waifu, even more than Goth Mommy from last week.
I thought so.
Tifa Lockhart.
And very much so if you see the other art for her.
And this card is outrageous.
This is the one where it's like, oh man, look at her suspenders are being held up by her boobs. Oh, look at her tight arm sleeves. Can you imagine? Oh, yeah.
This is, and to be honest, if you watch Advent Children, Final Fantasy Advent Children.
Sure.
Totally I think it's Advent. The fucking Final Fantasy VII movie, her movie model is actually way better looking because it's just less obvious that she's supposed to be like a piece of eye candy. And she's just a genuinely attractive woman that's like, it's very cool. I wish that they had to use that character model here, but they didn't, and that's fine.
I didn't even notice. Weeb. Okay, so Tifa, martial artist, is a human Monk?
Oh.
Wrong colors.
Not in your colors.
Wrong colors.
And that's probably for the best.
What an
because
asshole.
that would make that deck too good.
4/4 for Naya and 1 with melee.
That means it gets +1/+1 for each opponent you're attacking during combat.
Okay, so attack a couple different people and she gets big. Okay.
Correct.
Whenever one or more creatures you control with power 7 or greater deal combat damage to a player, untap all creatures you control. If it's the first combat, you get an extra combat.
Now,
so this is your frickin' commander, and this is the double combat phase, step phase commander we've been waiting for.
yes.
And not only does it have red, because it needs to have red, because all double combats are red,
Yes.
but it also has access to protection, vigilance, +1 counters, and the biggest creature suite.
That's right.
Hell yeah, brother waifu.
And you'll notice that it says power 7 or greater during the first combat step, not the first time they do damage. So if you have 3 different creatures with double strike doing damage to 3 different players during the first combat step, that's 6 more combat steps. And you're going to win that game.
Huh.
This is a really, really good card.
Really? Is that how that works?
Yes. This is a really good card.
Okay, it's a good thing I know everything about Final Fantasy because you know everything about Magic.
It's not just attacking 3 opponents and then Tifa hitting and getting 1 extra combat. Like, if you set this up, this card is going to just fucking blow games wide open.
You know what I've noticed about the last few Precon kind of episodes we've done like this?
Tell me.
Is the main commander for the deck
Very good.
is what the deck does.
Yes.
Cool, great. Also, you could use the backup commander to run the deck.
Yes.
Totally fine and serviceable, and the deck is still good.
Mm-hmm.
But the backup commander is a custom build-around version
Yeah.
where it's like, if you do this other thing, like if I just went to FusionGamingOnline.com and found Tifa, used CCO Nation promo code to get a discount on it because it's like $30,
Yep.
I could build this, and the deck would theoretically be a higher power deck.
Oh, yeah. Tifa's very, very good.
Very cool.
Yes, and I think that's going to be a neat deck. Like, I don't know if it's going to be the most exciting to play necessarily, because, I mean, you're already hitting for 7, and, like, that's a lot of damage.
Oh, yeah,
So you're
7's
probably
good.
putting people in the ground anyway, but you're going to, that hole is going to get dug real fast. Remember when The Undertaker said, I dug 29 holes for 29 souls? That's what Tifa says.
You remember when Major Payne said 29 push-ups now?
Every day.
Same energy.
Yes.
Can you imagine if Major Payne, and instead of Bam Bam Bigelow, it was The Undertaker? Can you imagine?
If Major Payne punched out The Undertaker, that would be sick.
Oh, yeah.
That would be so sick.
The Undertaker would come back at the end of the movie.
Oh, yeah, and just get revenge on him. That'd be so good.
Next card. Sid?
Oh, God damn it.
Okay.
Okay, so we should talk about Sid real quick because
I just moved on.
no, not with this card can fuck off. It's whatever. It's a dragoon. He gets flying on his turn. Whatever the fuck. We said during our preview episode.
I like this card actually.
What's the card that's gonna be the any number of card? It's Sid, and I said it wouldn't be Sid because he's gonna have to be legendary, but he was in every game. And what did we get? We got 15 different Sid arts in the set.
Yeah.
And it's not this card. It's a different card that we'll talk about in our set review next week.
So you were right?
But I was wrong because I said they'd never do it. Because why would they do an any number of card that's legendary? But they did it. And this is technically the guy. He's a flea man that like is the emperor of a country. He's runner. He's the guy that runs a school. He's like a headmaster of a school. He's an airplane pilot / rocket ship mechanic.
Well, let's focus on that for a minute. He's a 2/2 for 2 human warrior pilot, which matters to frickin' me. Equipment and vehicle spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. So he's a mana rock for vehicles that can crew vehicles. I like that. Also, during your turn, he actually has frickin' jump. So I'm going to jump my guy.
Yep.
During my turn, he has flying. And also 2-tap, return target equipment, don't care, or vehicle card from my G to my H.
Yes.
I actually like this card,
it's
and
a good
I
card.
will play this card.
Yes, it's very good. He's probably my least favorite character in the main cast of Final Fantasy VII. But you know what? Cool. Like this, it's a cool card. And it's got the tiny Bronco in the background, so points for that.
I appreciate a tiny Bronco. As a Bronco fan and somebody who has a tiny Bronco, I appreciate the tiny Bronco in the background.
There we have it. Next card, Ryan.
Cloud's Limit Break. I don't actually think that this card is as good as people have said that it is.
I don't either. I'm not a huge fan of these limit break cards myself.
It's got tiered. It's 2 mana, white and 1 for an instant. It's got tiered, and you choose an additional cost.
It's new kicker. It's a
sort of
different
it
kicker
is, yeah.
cost.
It's like not multi kicker, but it's
a different kicker, and it's fun.
Escalate. That's what it is.
Yeah,
Escalate.
I actually like it as an idea. I actually like the design space that they're entering into here, where you can pick a mana cost and the spell does different things based on what tier you're paying.
I do like that.
I do enjoy that. I just don't think that this card is as rad as other people are saying.
It's 0 extra to destroy a tapped thing, so you pay 2 to destroy a tapped thing. You just do it before combat damage, right?
Yeah.
And that's what it's for.
Yeah.
Or you can pay 1 to destroy any number of target tapped creatures with different controllers. So you could potentially get 3 things at once. Like, that's actually freaking good.
Yeah, you can kill the thing that's attacking you, plus like a mana dork over here.
And plus something that attacked last turn.
Yeah, and just some other piece of shit that's over there, yeah.
For 3. Actually, that's good.
That's a good card.
That's on rate. That is 3 creatures for 3 mana.
That's pretty damn
That's
good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Also, you could pay an extra 4, so it costs 6 total. Destroy all tapped creature. And remember, okay, I'm coming around on this card, actually.
Call it shitty route.
Instant speed.
Yeah.
No, I think it's better route for 6. Route costs...
What's 8, I guess?
route costs 7, I think.
Okay.
5 and 2. Actually, I like this card now. Now that you call it route. Yeah, destroy all tapped creatures. The only way this card wouldn't be good if I'm getting alpha'd is if I'm getting alpha'd with a team of vigilantes.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And that doesn't happen very often.
No.
This card sucks against a Chroma's Will.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
All cards suck against a Chroma's Mill. Spoiler alert.
Also, a Chroma's Will makes things indestructible. So
yeah, so
this card
whatever.
sucks anyway.
Yeah, right.
Fuck,
I'm just
gonna play a Chroma's Will.
You can't even beat the One Ring. What the hell?
Yeah. I think I play a Chroma's Will and the One Ring in the same deck. I might also play this card.
Continue, Ryan. Let's see what else we got.
Elena, Turk Recruit. Is she from Turkey?
No.
Is she from Turkmenistan?
No.
Does she like turkeys?
Yes.
Like the bird?
Yes, she does. It's her favorite bird.
Oh.
Yeah, it's true.
Does she ever take a Turkish bath?
Probably.
Turkish Delight? Does she like eating them?
Yes.
Does she like the Turkish Delights under the table? You know what I mean?
The Big Turk is her favorite chocolate bar.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Is she 100? Because I've only ever met old people who like Big Turks. Like Gary's dad probably likes Big Turks.
He does. Okay, Gary's giving us the nod.
Yep.
Yes, I don't know about that. I think that she might be an outlier in that category.
Oh, yeah? Well, you're 100. Do you like Big Turks?
No, actually. I used to, but I've kind of gotten over them a little bit. They get stuck in my teeth.
You've aged out.
Yep. Now that my teeth are like, I care about them a little more and they're in good shape, I don't like things getting stuck in them.
When Elena enters, return target non-assassin historic card from your graveyard to your hand. Oh, whoop-dee. Whenever you cast a historic spell, put a +1 on her.
That's fine. It's not going to lead any decks.
She's an assassin, and people are like, oh, assassin. Like when I say, oh, fuck advisor, monk, yeah. That's the same thing.
Yeah, she's fine. She doesn't assassinate anybody in the game also.
Fuck her.
And this guy should have been Palmer. And Final Fantasy VII fans they're probably just as miffed as I am that Palmer didn't get a card and Heidegger did. But continue with what it does. This is the head of Shinra's like military division. Shinra's the global corporation that's the villain in Final Fantasy VII.
I totally know that.
And he's the leader of their military wing. And he goes, gah, ha, ha, ha. That's his gimmick. And he sucks. What's he do in this game?
It'd be sucky. He's 4-drop, 3/3 human soldier. At the beginning of combat on your turn, target creature you control gets +X+O until end of turn, where X is the number of soldiers you control. That actually matters.
That's valuable.
That's actually good, yeah. At the beginning of your end step, create a number of 1/1 white soldier creature tokens equal to the number of opponents who control more creature than you.
It's pretty good.
I don't think that's very good. I'm going to make soldiers left, right, and center, and this second ability is going to do nothing.
Yeah, it'll do something once.
Like, yeah, what soldier deck is going to have less soldiers than you have just fucking guys?
It's a cool real rebuild card after a sweeper, right? Somebody wraps the board.
I don't hate that. Yeah.
Right, you can play Hedinger, and then if somebody's ahead of you, you're going to make a team to kind of catch up. Cool.
I hope I get Hedinger.
I think it's a neat
Yeah.
card, but I don't know. They could have picked a better villain for this one.
Yeah.
Continue.
I
Ryan.
always feel like I'm the villain. Heli Trooper?
This is a regular mob in Final Fantasy VII.
This feels like it's a Warhammer 40,000 card.
Kind of is.
Yeah,
They have one hand that's a propeller and another hand that's a gun. And when you beat them up enough, their propeller falls off, and then they're on the ground, and they just have a gun hand, and then they die.
Yeah, this makes equip abilities cost less, and he's got flying, right?
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's whatever. It's a card that exists.
Soldier Military Program. Is soldier an acronym for something? Is that why it's capitalized?
Honestly, I've seen a bunch of people asking that, and I've never had that question answered for me. It's not an acronym as far as I know. It's just the name is soldier in all caps, and I don't know why.
Oh.
That's just how it is. But I think this is a cool card.
I know, I'm just not telling you. At the beginning of combat on your turn, choose one. Oh, just one? Come on.
Yeah, I know.
If you control a commander, you choose both. There we
go.
There we go. Create a 1/1 white soldier creature token. Sure.
Neat.
Or put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 soldiers you control. So this is the soldier thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is, I'm sensing a sub theme in soldier.deck, right?
I think it worked out kind of at, maybe not at random, but in happy coincidence, as Bob Ross would say, that there's just like soldier is a legitimate creature type in Magic,
Yes.
and they could just kind of piggyback on it. And so soldier deck enthusiasts are getting lots of pieces, which I think is cool.
Yes, and it helps that your ex-soldier commander, Cloud, is a soldier.
Yes.
And for the soldier decks that are limited to white or Boros, well,
now add green.
Now add green and equipment.
Yes. Oops.
Yeah. Ultimate Magic Holy Ass. Is this card good?
I don't know. I think it's kind of just shitty test protection.
Yeah, permanents you control get indestructible. If this spell was cast from exile, prevent all damage that would be dealt to you this turn. And it's got foretell.
Yeah.
It's also good if I can pair it with red, like, I don't know, in this deck, and exile it from the top of my library and then cast it.
Yeah.
That would be good.
Yes.
Because then it's kind of just test protection.
Yeah, it's fine. This is a cool card, and thematically very well done, because it's part of the game is, oh my gosh, is Holy going to come through for us? And then like way later in the game, it shows us, like, as far as the game storytelling and like thematic, very good. Very well done. So neat card that's fine.
Neat card that's fine. It's fine. Avalanche, we're joining them, hey?
They're an underground resistance movement, not as good as the Returners from 6, but they are present in 7, who are fighting against the Shinra Nuclear Power Company.
Whoa.
Electric Power Company, I guess, is what they are. And you know what they do to help out people? They blow up nuclear reactors.
That's totally what I would do.
Right? If you're trying to help out people in your city, you want to blow up nuclear reactors in the city, right? That's what they do.
Yeah, those nuclear reactors are stealing jobs and stuff.
Yeah, spoiler warning, all 3 of the people in this card definitely eat shit.
I'm not even going to read it.
Yeah, just keep going. Kate Sith, I like this guy.
Is this one good?
I like the character. I don't know if the card's good.
A cat Moogle 3/3 for red 3. And let's see if I can find it on my screen so I don't have to read it off the frickin' big screen, which sounds like it's easier, but it really isn't.
It's far away.
At the beginning of combat on your turn, scry 1. Then exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. Oh, see? Like that exile card. Yeah. When you exile a card this way, target creature you control gets +X+O until end of turn, where X is that card's mana value. At the beginning of combat, I'm making one of my things bigger, provided I'm exiling a non-land. And I can play it.
An instant.
Sure.
Because timing rules still apply. That's why I think this card falls short. I think it should do this at the beginning of your first main phase. you should be able to do that. Because if you reveal a creature, or an equipment, or a sorcery, or an artifact, or an enchantment,
This doesn't ignore timing rules?
or a battle, or a planeswalker.
This doesn't ignore timing rules?
I don't think so. You may play that card this turn. That doesn't say it breaks the timing rules. It's not a Tolly.
Well, Atali says the same thing, doesn't he?
No, a Tolly says you play them like right then. It's part of the resolution. This is you can play them later if you want.
Oh.
Yeah, so I don't actually know how good this is. I could be wrong. Correct me in the comments if I am.
Yeah. Oh, Gary.
Hey, me! Look at that shit. I'm on TV. We got a camera failure, everybody.
We've got a camera failure. I'm just going to move to the next
Let's
card.
move to the next card.
Summon Kahuna?
I always call him Kajata. He's probably my favorite summon in the game, actually. For
Really?
like the actual.
What does that even mean?
It's I forget what it is. I used to know who Kajata was, but it's like
but why? Why do we got to summon guys? Like, why do we got to do that?
Well, we don't have
We
to.
already know that we're summoning them.
The card isn't very good, so we can probably skip it. It's a trample and haste 7/5.
I'm skip. Oh, I like this card.
Okay,
oh,
now
good thing we went to this card.
Now we had Ultimate Magic Holy.
Ultimate Magic. Holy fuck, this card's good.
All the same things apply to this card.
Yes.
With Meteor. Meteor was the opposition force to Holy in Final Fantasy VII. So like it is very impactful. Again, this card very, very flavorful, as well as being excellent.
Just wait a second. Do you mean to tell me, are you telling me that meat is the opposite of whole?
Yeah.
I tend to agree.
Yeah.
And if you beat your meat into a hole enough, the hole just becomes meat.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Use the visual side of your imagination.
I shall. What does this card do, Ryan?
Okay, Ultimate Magic Whole Meat is a sorcery for red 5. Ultimate Magic Meat Hole deals 7 damage to each creature. If this spell was cast from exile, for each opponent, choose an artifact or land that player controls, and you destroy those permanents. And it's got foretell for red and 5, which is the same as red and 5.
I think I like Star of Extinction better because it's 1 mana, it kills 1 land, but it does 20.
Yeah.
It does fucking 20. And 20, here's some brandology for you. 20 is a big number.
Yeah, 20 more than 7.
Yeah.
You know what, though? What does Star of Extinction cost to cast?
7.
Oh, this costs 6. And you know what I'm thinking? I should have left it. You know what I'm thinking is in my Cascade deck where this is the kind of effect that I want,
Right.
7 and 8, I can cast for free, but only off of 1 or 2 Cascade spells.
Right.
Total cost 6. I can cast off of like a dozen things in my deck.
Okay.
So this is like, and 7's going to probably get nearly anything.
Oh yeah, 7 will do it. 20 is too much in most cases, but I'm just saying 20 is more.
Yeah. Yes, you're right. Vincente. Our buddy Vincente.
Not as good as the main set version of himself.
Oh, not as good as Vincente, who used to do arm wrestling competitions for Red Bull.
Man, that guy's so awesome. I miss that guy. He works for Face to Face. I miss you, dude. If you're watching, I hope I see you again at some point in life because you're a cool guy.
I don't.
Yeah, you do.
It's.
Read the card, Ryan.
I don't want to.
Read it.
Okay, fine. This is a 3/3 ass in for 3, so he's good already. He's got menace that makes him better. Whenever 1 or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, put a +1 on Vincente. Also, whenever Vincente deals combat damage to an opponent, it deals that much damage to each other opponent if Vincente's power is 7 or greater.
It's pretty good.
That's actually good. If I can buff him, then everybody's just going to take 7.
Yeah, if you're going to slap some equipment on him, you find that one guy that's just got the 1 blocker up, you'll swing in, get him for 9.
Bro,
for 9.
who's the commander that FU Smitty plays that's when ETB's choose an opponent, whenever I get hit, that opponent gets hit too? This guy goes in that deck.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Very much.
That's a 4-color one from 2016, right?
Yes. I can't remember the name, but there are people out there screaming at us.
Yeah,
And
put it in the comments.
If we still had Joe, he would put it on the screen, but we don't, so we won't. And you guys just have to put it in the comments.
Oh man, it's gonna kill me. I'm gonna look it up when we move on.
Saskia.
Yeah, there we go.
Did it.
Saskia.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, Vincente and Saskia, butt buddies. They are best friends.
Yuffie can fuck off. Let's just keep going.
Yeah, her art's wrong too. That speed line's in front of her leg, but that propeller thing is behind her.
Yeah, that's her weapon. It's stupid.
Yeah,
Just
it would
keep
be
going.
chopping off her leg. You'd know if you're watching on YouTube. This guy's almost good. Oh my God, what's his name? Burgergen?
Bugenhagen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bugenhagen burger joint.
Yeah. He goes,
Wise
ho, ho,
elder.
ho. That's his catchphrase.
Oh, that makes me like him a lot less.
Oh, no, he's cool. And he can fly. And he's an old man. And
No, he can reach.
And his grandson is a dog that talks.
None of that makes sense.
Yeah, dude. It's awesome. I like Bugenhagen. He's cool.
Okay, Buchenheimen is a 1-3.
Buggerheimen.
Buttenheimen. Oh, come on.
Yeah, you got it. It took a while, but you got there.
We got there. Okay, he's a 1-3 human shaman for green 1. If this guy had haste instead of reach, man, he would go in my CEDH deck. Because at the beginning of your upkeep, if you control a creature with power 7 or greater, you draw a card, which is just draw a card in my deck, draw an extra card. Also, tap to add 1 mana of any color.
That's very good.
This guy's good.
He's a very good card.
I think this guy, he
will lead 0 EDH decks,
Exactly.
but god damn is he a good card.
He's got 3 toughness, which is surprisingly relevant on mana dorks.
Yep.
He's a mana dork for 2 with reach, and he's got 3 toughness, so you can block with him.
Yeah.
He prevents chip-ins, and also he draws you a card if you play a big guy.
Yeah.
I think this card's like just
good.
He's just a good Magic card.
It's a very solid Magic the Gathering playing card. I'm happy that my boy got done well.
Yeah, Buttenheimen.
Happy about that.
I like him. I like that guy.
I like this one too.
This card's frickin' man. There's good cards in this deck.
Oh yeah, I like this one. I like this. And the art is the cocoon in which Sephiroth is like incubating at the end of Final Fantasy VII. This is one of the last scenes you'll see during the game. Right before you cast Knights of the Round on it and it just eats shit.
Oh, well, don't do that. Life Stream Blessing. This is an instant.
This is an instant.
Green 4. Draw X cards where X is the greatest bigliness among creatures you controlled as this spell was cast.
So you can't respond to me playing this by killing my biggest dude because it still counts my biggest dude.
Yep. Also, if this spell was cast from exile and it has Foretell, you gain twice X life.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to cast this for 6 and draw 5, I'm also going to gain 10.
Yeah.
If I cast it from exile with Foretell.
That's right.
And the Foretell is 5, and the Foretell, like, to suspend it, to foretell it, is 2. So total investment is 7. But I can put it on layaway, so I can go 2 and 5.
You can do it whenever you want because it's an instant.
Yeah, that's good.
It's a good card. That is like a good ass card. If I want that for my AV deck.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm fuck gaining life. I'm just gonna draw a bunch of cards.
I want this for my Cascade deck.
Yeah, it's so good.
And if it's like pay 6 and I Cascade and draw 3 or 4, but I gain
12, 6 or 8.
No, because X is just 2X. Like I don't know.
If you draw 3 or 6, you're gonna, or 3 or 4, you're gonna gain 6 or 8.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
I think it's good. Is this guy good? Professor Ho-Ho?
No, this card can fuck off. Honestly, there's a lot of complicated bullshit that happens.
Summoning
Materia.
Temeria. That's what I said.
And then it's got Bahamut 0 in the background. That's cool.
Yeah, I totally knew that.
I know. Just skipping over it, hey?
I'm just... Aerith Last Ancient?
That's her.
Human Cleric Druid. Man, she got lots of creature types. None of them I care about.
Well, human is actually relevant, and Cleric and Druid
I hate humans.
Both exist.
I hate humans.
Yeah.
She got Lifelink, a 4-drop, 3/5 Lifelinker. At the beginning of your end step, if you gained life this turn, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. If you gain 7 or more life this turn, return that creature to the battlefield instead.
Neat.
I think 7 seems like a big amount, but when you're talking about life gain, it actually ain't.
Yeah, I've played Magic the Gathering several times with 5-color mono White Angel Aaron.
Oh yeah,
and he gains 7 life every fucking turn, and I don't mean his turns. He gains so much life. That's what he does.
5-color mono white Angel Iron?
All he does is gain life.
Never heard of her.
Fuck.
Yeah.
He's going to build this
I
shitty
think-
deck, and it's going to be awful.
Oh, yeah. Good thing it doesn't say Angel in there.
God damn.
Yeah, it's going in his Angel deck, though.
Yeah.
Which one? Lol.
Yeah, right?
I think that this card's good because like Gift of Life or whatever, it's like an instant for white 1, and it just says gain 8 life. That just becomes reanimate or animate dead. Like
gain X life and get a guy
like
back.
Stream of Life X equals whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like reanimate.
Yep.
I think that this card's actually cool because through doing white things, you do black things.
Yeah, like old school white stuff. That's actually pretty cool.
I think it's cool.
That's actually cool.
Gucci. Okay. Beret.
Barrett.
Oh,
I know.
but it's French. He's
I
French.
know.
He's
No.
obviously French.
No, he's definitely not.
Oh.
He swears lots.
Well, French people could swear.
Not the way he does.
Oh.
No.
He doesn't say tabernacle.
Oh, no. He says fuck.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Does he say the F word?
Nah, they have to censor it because it's the 90s.
Come on.
I know.
It's not Commander Cookout, that's for sure.
Tell you that.
Okay, Beret Avalanche leader
Sure, yeah.
is a 4-drop, reach arounder, 4/4, human rebel. Whenever an equipment you control enters, you get a 2/2 rebel. And at the beginning of combat on your turn, attach an equipment to a rebel.
I just want to point out that's a Gruul equipment commander.
Yes?
That's number 228 things that Gruul can do.
I suppose.
And it does it fine.
Hey, shut up. We just went over Aerith Last Ancient. She's doing frickin' reanimate and she's Selesnya.
Yeah.
Get bent.
That's whatever.
Barrett and his friend. Oh, I thought there's another Barrett. Isn't there?
There's another card with Barrett on it.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is not it. This is Red 9.
Red 13.
13.
Red 13, my favorite character in the game. I really like him a lot.
Because he's a dog with a mohawk?
Well, yeah, and he talks, and he beats wholesale ass,
Oh, yeah.
and he's very strong.
Totally knew that. This is a 3/3 Vigilance Trample Beast Warrior.
Yeah.
Not dog.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever. Yeah, for Gruul and 1. So other modified creature you control have Vig and Tramp, and those are things that are equipped, things that are enchanted by things like enchantments you control,
Yep.
or counters on them. That's
Yes.
modified.
Yep.
And also, when Red 13 enters, return target aura or equipment from your graveyard to your hand.
Cool. I like him. I think that's a cool utility card, and I think he has a cool passive effect.
I think that if you're playing a Gruul equipment deck, this just straight up replaces Eternal Witness.
Yep.
This replaces Eternal Witness because it's going to do the same thing. Like, how often am I going to get a Llanowar Elf back in my equipment deck
0
versus
turn time.
getting my
A Sword of
Commander's
Feast and
Blade? A
Famine.
Feast of, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
A sword back. Yes, or Majit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, it gives a modified guy's Vigilance and Trample.
Directly into Tana the Butt Sewer.
There you
is
go.
where he's going. Directly in there. And you know what I'm going to replace? Eternal Witness. That was the very replacement I have already planned for this card.
It's like I've played Magic at least one time.
So well done.
And Final Fantasy.
Yes, and Final Fantasy,
Yeah,
obviously.
Obviously. This card, the extended version of this that's available, correct me if I'm wrong, only in collector boosties,
Yep.
quite expensive.
Yeah. Did you hear that sound? Listen. That's the sound of a million weebs having an orgasm.
Oh, I thought it was the sound of money leaving your wallet.
Because it's the same thing, really.
Oh, yeah.
Sephiroth is on a card.
Yeah.
He's the big villain of Final Fantasy VII. Everybody loves this guy. I don't know why.
Because he's got long hair and a katana and he's wearing like a robe.
Apart from the scene where he burns the city down, which is what's being shown in the art there, I actually kind of think he's sort of lame.
Oh.
He tries to cause mass extinction on a planet because his mom didn't love him. Like, this guy sucks.
Well, he could have done something more productive, like started an OnlyFans or something.
Yeah, like, suck it up, bro. Like, come on, man.
I don't know. I can't even find his card. Oh, here it is.
Probably
Okay,
shitty.
Sephiroth,
Yep.
Fallen Hero. Okay, you ready for this?
I am.
He's a 7/5 for white, red 3. That's 5 mana, 7/5.
That's fine.
Human Avatar Solji. So
Awesome.
he's following suit, human and soldier.
Yep.
And Avatar, if that
Two
matters.
relevant creature types.
Whenever Sephiroth attacks, you may put a cell counter on target creature. Until end of turn, each modified creature you control has base power and toughness 7/5.
That makes thematic sense.
Sure.
It actually does.
I'll take your word for it.
I'll give you that one.
Also, 3, sacrifice a modified creature, which is probably any one that you have.
Yeah.
Return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped.
Also very on theme. This is actually a very well-designed card and a very good card. I know I dunk on the character, but I think that Sephiroth Fallen Hero was actually a really good commander card, and I think we will see it helming decks. I really do. I think that we're going to see this card around lots.
People are going to cut this card out of this deck
Yeah.
and put in like an equipment, like a Sword of Feast and Famine or a Fire and Ice or something, and they're going to take their Sephiroth and they're going to make a whole new deck out of it.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen?
That's what I think. I really do. I think that people are going to build this deck, and I think it's going to be a really, really cool deck.
Yes, like the people who took their Sauron out of the Mordor Precon and built a Sauron deck and have their Precon that's modified.
Yeah. Or you're going to add red and white to your Hydra deck, and your Hydras are just going to be even more beastly. Because now they're not 0/0s with counters on them. Now they're 7/5s with counters on them. And that's pretty good.
I don't even need counters. I don't know. What are the counters for when I got 7/5s?
Right? Exactly. So that's pretty cool.
I'm going to play my green X equals 0, 7/5.
There it is.
Or however the math shakes
X
out.
equals 1.
Yeah, sure.
8/6. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this card good? This is Conformer Shuriken.
That's Yuffie's ultimate weapon in the game.
This doesn't seem very ultimate weapon-y.
It's actually not very good. It actually does less damage than the weapon that precedes it in the escalation of powerful weapons in the game.
Well, let's go to one. Wrecking Ball Arm.
This equipment should have been the Buster Sword.
Dang it.
Like, Cloud's Buster Sword not being in this deck is a big, big, big miss. This card being a throwaway equipment from the game, I think with the Buster Sword not being present in the deck, I think that this one is a big miss.
Oh, because I was going to say Cloud's Buster Sword exists, Brando, but it's not in this deck. It's in the main set.
Yeah, it's not in the commander deck.
Well, yeah, because you have to be able to open up Cloud's Buster Sword because it's a jerk-off card in booster packs.
Well, they could have called it Cloud's Big Sword or Sword That's Big or whatever the fuck.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Instead of that, you got Wrecking Ball Arm.
Yeah. Which is so if you had a Gatling gun for a hand, which Barrett does, are you going to cover it with a fucking bowling ball that you can hit somebody with? That's never going to happen. I remember the first time I equipped this is he's going to fucking shoot giant cannonballs now. And it's like, oh no, he just hits them with his hand? This is stupid.
Equipped creature has base power and toughness, 7/7, and can't be blocked by creature 2 or less, so no chumping.
Yeah.
Also, equip legend, 3. Equip regular, 7.
It even says, equip this to Cloud, do a thing.
Does Cloud equip that?
No.
No, it's Barrett, isn't it?
Yes, only Barrett can use that weapon. It says, equip Tifa, do the thing. Like, damn it. This should have been the Buster Sword. It's a big flavor fail. Really cool card, though. Will also go into Tana the Butt Sewer. Because now my 2/2 is a 7/7 that can't get chumped. And you know what that means? Saps.
I love getting saps.
Yeah, baby. That's the last card in the whole set.
Is it?
That's the last Commander new card that we have to talk about.
Oh my God.
We finally did it.
I'm gonna do a thing here. I'm gonna ask you something.
Oh my God, okay.
Thus far, as a Final Fantasy, and I'll emphasize, fucking nerd.
Yeah.
Are you appreciative, disappointed, just regular appointed? Are you whelmed, overwhelmed, underwhelmed? What is the whelm level of Uncle Brando?
Brando, I think overall, I think I'm underwhelmed just because, again, I'm 100% comparing this set to Lord of the Rings in every way. Because in my head, they should have been the same. I know this is a standard legal set, so you have less leeway. I understand that. But the fact is, I wanted these decks specifically, because these aren't standard cards, I wanted them to be a little better. Flavor-wise, it's great. As far as a Final Fantasy fan goes,
Except for Wrecking Ball Arm.
Except for Wrecking Ball Arm.
Yeah.
I can read these cards and go, yes, I understand that. Yes, I like this. They do a great job flavorfully giving the fan service that I want.
And at some point, that does matter. And if the card isn't as powerful, but it is synergistic, remember I said last week, we are in the synergy era of Commander. You can do just as good of a job with your synergy-based Final Fantasy deck that is card by card lower powered, but just as good of a stack of 100 cards.
It's Slivers versus Eldrazi, right? You get the more you get, the better your deck is versus having one great big powerful thing.
I like that, yeah.
And that's what we're getting here. So I think, but power level is a little lower than I kind of had hoped for. But overall, I think that there's lots of cool stuff here. And there's a deck I'm certainly very excited to build if you watched our pre-show yesterday. And when we talk about the main set next week, there's lots of really cool stuff. But I think that anybody who buys these, you're going to be able to take these out to a general Commander game, and you're going to be able to fuck people up with them.
That was my next question is, are these decks, are they interesting? Are they manageable? Like that Counters one, I always think for new players, which is maybe not Final Fantasy Universes Beyond Precon, maybe that's not where the new player goes first. But as a newer player, when you're like, oh, everybody says this deck, Command Zone said that this is the most powerful Precon of this year. I'm going to spend $100 or $200 on this Precon and then have it be unmanageable because it's so complex. Every card has 100,000 words on it. I'm not complaining. I'm just observing and kind of wanting your opinion. Do they fall into that trap, or are they more straightforward and we can say, oh, the Naya one is very much an equipment-based soldiers matter deck, and I can figure that out.
I think overall, all of them, with the exception of Final Fantasy X, that's the banned counters deck.
Yeah.
I think that all of them are perfectly straightforward and infinitely build-aroundable, and that includes 10. Like these are decks that are great on their own, and there's a big opportunity for you to just go out and turn it into something else, which I love that. As far as that, this is a total home run for Magic the Gathering. Any one of these decks you pick up, you're going to play it, you're going to like it, you're going to take a card out of it that you really, really like, and you can instantly build a deck around it.
Make a new deckable. Or if I open up other Final Fantasy products, like we're going to do in Las Vegas.
That's right.
At the CCO Experience, if I find a card that I want to put into the Precon, for me, if I just snap my fingers and these 4 Precons appeared, there's cards that I want to pluck out of the Precon and put into my current decks.
Yeah.
And there's cards from the Final Fantasy product that I want to put into the Precons.
Yep.
So I could easily just make that 1-for-1 like direct lateral exchange.
And I got 2 decks.
And now I've got 2 decks. Or I could take a legend out and make a whole new deck, like you said, right? So there's options, and I think that that's valuable. Sometimes with regular sets, I don't feel like you get that because there's one Precon that's like really good.
Yep.
And it just happened in Ether Drift, right?
Yep.
The zombie one
was so much better.
Not that the other one wasn't good or I wouldn't want to play with it, but it's
at
like,
the end of the day, one is better than the other.
What am I doing with this? Do I use the backup commander, build a new deck? Do I slot things out? Do I upgrade it? Like, does it feel as good? And it's just like nothing is inspiring me to want the deck that's way less good. And all of these, even the counter one, is something that I could say, ooh, I could do this and this and this.
Yeah, I think we're going to see.
Whatever.
I think maybe this is just me fanboying a little bit, but I really do think that this crop of commander decks are going to result in many more commander decks than, let's just say, the last year's worth of product probably has.
Until you go back as far as Lord of the Rings and you see modified Precons, unmodified Precons, you see Sam and Frodo decks, you see Sauron decks, I see Saruman decks, I see Tom Bombadil decks. I know he wasn't in the Precon, but he was a Lord of the Rings 5-color Saga card, which in here we get another one in the main set, a 5-color some kind of bard guy. Yeah. So we're going to see kind of the same impact. And instead of doing a card-by-card review next week of every fucking card,
because there's 10,000 legends and 8 million cards,
we're going to look at what our anticipated income income? Anticipated impact, a lack of income if we're buying this set.
Yeah.
Anticipated impact of the set is on the format, both locally and at large in Vegas, along with some of Uncle Brando's favorite cards. So that's what we're doing next week. We talked about that before the show.
Yes, we did.
I'm excited for that.
I'm excited for that too. You know, when we're going to get to it? After we thank FusionGamingOnline.com, where you can use special promo code CCO Nation, save 5% off all your super sick ass gaming needs.
Yep.
Be it a foil basic land, all the way up to a foil invasion Phyrexian altar.
Or if you want to spend even more money than that, you could get a foil showcase edition Cloud X Soldier.
Yeah.
That's a cute few hundy.
Yeah, that'll drop though. Wait a couple weeks before you buy that. You'll see.
Yeah, but don't wait too long because it might go back up.
Yeah, because then it'll go back up. But there's a sweet spot. It's 3 weeks from now. Just get it then. It'll be less dollars. And we're going to talk about more things that we like, more things that we don't like, and where we think things are going to end up with the Final Fantasy set on the next exciting episode of Commander Cookout Podcast. Hit our theme song!